Hello, my most amazing artists, and welcome to the Wallace A. Smith Elementary Art Studio. My name is Brickell Long, but you can call me Mrs. Long. That's right, Mrs. Long. It's important to learn someone's name so that you can greet them, share ideas, or ask for help. I want to learn your name. Please politely correct me or our friends if we mispronounce it. Here is our studio space, and we are very fortunate to have books for learning, different media centers, sinks for cleanup, tables for creating, carpets for listening and learning, and so much more. This is your studio because you are an artist. Yes, you. Now, I wasn't always an artist or an art teacher rather, but I have always been an artist and an avid lover of art, and I've seen art from all kinds of places around the world. Now I like to spend time with my husband when I'm not creating art, or my dog Jasper, or Delilah, or Chelsea, my kitty. Now, let's talk about some things you need to know when you come to the art room. Let's go over some do's and don'ts. It's very important that when you are coming to the art studio that you remember hallway expectations. We should never be pushing our friends or not paying attention to where we're going or being loud in the hallway or pushing and shoving and fighting with our friends. We shouldn't be knocking on the door or coming into the art room before Mrs. Long is there or leaning on the wall. This is how we should be walking down the hallway in a nice straight line, stopping one square away from the wall and being ready for Mrs. Long when she comes out. We'd never want to come into the art room like this. We need to remember that if we're coming to the carpet space, we should not be touching things on the desk or other things as we come into the room. We keep our hands to ourselves. We don't roll around on the carpet or lay out. We need to make space for everybody else. The way that we could do it, or maybe even the way we should do it, might look a little better in this next shot. Now here we can see students entering the room calmly. They walk to the carpet in their line and they follow their line leader to make a row on the carpet crisscross applesauce. Then another row can be made behind them. Now, sometimes we don't always meet at the carpet. Sometimes you may see us meeting at the table so that we can immediately jump into making some art or joining in a discussion for the day. But look at these students and the way that they've come into the room. They're fighting over chairs. They're running around. They're not sharing supplies. They do not look ready to learn. However, when they do come in the room the right way, we can get started much faster. And you'll see that here as these students come calmly to the correct seat and they are ready to learn. Now, sometimes we have to be ready for cleanup as artists. In the art room, we move very quickly from one class to another. When you hear the bell, I should never see this. Instead, I should see your eyes on me, your lips closed, and your hands in your lap, just like Mona Lisa. Now, these students are going to show us what the Mona Lisa manners look like when they hear the bell. 3 things that we're looking for. Now here, you can see these students are definitely not ready to clean up. How many things do you see that maybe are going wrong in this video? Are the students taking responsibility? Are they cleaning up properly and taking care of studio supplies? Are they sitting correctly? Are they waiting for their tables to be called? Think about this when it's time for your cleanup and set a good example for the other tables in the room. When you're finished, you should always stand behind your pushed-in chair and wait for your table to be called. And when you are called, you should not run around the room or just kind of do wherever you think you want to go, whatever you think you want to do. This doesn't exactly look like a proper lineup, and I think if this were to happen in the art studio, you would be called back to your table. Look at all the things going wrong here. We have students that are playing with each other, getting supplies out they're not supposed to, touching the posters on the wall, even jumping up and down. And look what happens as a result of that. Let's see if we can do it the right way. Look how calm this lineup is and how quickly the next class will be able to come in here and be ready for art. Their teacher would be proud. Now, as artists, we are privileged to have such a wonderful, amazing art studio, and we would like to keep it that way. And we would like to have the best possible learning experience when we come to the art room. Because of that, we have a few studio expectations that we must follow. Now, these studio expectations are a little easy to remember because they spell out the word artist. Every letter in the word artist stands for one of our studio expectations. Let's see what those are. We have A, aim for your best. R, respect yourself, others, and the art studio. T, trust in your ability to learn. I, immediately listen to and follow instructions. S, stay on task and quiet. And T, take responsibility and tidy up. If we can do all of these things when we come to the art studio, we are sure to have an amazing year.